So we are back in London, and to be honest, it's going to be an exciting time because we are here for several reasons. We're going to meet some exciting people. We're going to work on Modern Founders. What I'm going to talk a little bit more later in the video, so make sure you're going to stay around for that one because we are on a big mission and I'm happy to share that with you. But for now, this day looks like we're going to meet the hypnotist. People most of the time never know their goals.
Yeah.
They know what they don't want and they know when they felt best lately.
So I just said earlier, I was just telling him, like, whenever I have a client session, or actually on a sales call, I'll ask, well, what do you want? And they'll be like, well, I don't like this, I don't like, I'm like, what do you want? They haven't even thought about what they want because they're too clouded by what's holding them back, right? So that's why the second question is, what's holding you back, right?
I can help you with that, at least to get an MVP, and then you give the MVP to your developer. Promise. I give it to you.
Yeah.
Look,
Probably.
I give it to you by tomorrow, latest. Promise. I do it to you. This is no work for me. I can do it very easily, no joke. And then you take the MVP, I put it into a Git, it's like this is a container. Then he can pull it from there and just add what he already did. Plug and void, no problem. No time, literally.
Modern day Thomas Edison right here.
No, I don't think so. I'm just bored very quickly in my mind. You know? So the vision behind Modern Founders is not only to create the next educational platform, but to be first and market leader when it comes to personalized learning and education for founders. So to do that, we need to take our legacy vision and then put it into action steps. And the first way how I do that is I break it down into key results, and one key result is actually to talk to as many founders possible to see who's going to be part of the first 50 people that will be part of our initial cohort to prove that the system is not only working, but actually 10x the people to the next level. And of course also make sure that what we do is not only working, but also that there are testimonials from 50 people that we literally took as an example to show what's possible. I can just say that if you do this 10 weeks program, you solved 90% of the problems that you try someone else to solve for you, like the coaches or whoever. Yeah, and that's why in the blogs I need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, I'm the founder, this is my vision. Right now we're here, we want to be there, right now we want to get 50 people, blah, blah, blah. But at the end, for now, and I like that, we start with the 50 people. And then the idea is not to do a cohort, it's more like, okay, we need to get 50 people to prove that the Modern Founders, 10 weeks, whatever.
Yeah, and eventually you're just kind of, you're like the face, but you're not the face. Like people just associate it with you, but you don't need to be there for this thing to grow.
This is the best thing we ever did, because this is like a really clear path of what we intend to do till the final end, because this is what I was looking for, because I believe if we do this for...
I wouldn't even say this is the final end.
No, it's not the final end, but it's for now, for the objective that I have in mind. Like, this is the measurement. If we achieve this, if we did this, well,
100%.
I'm not saying like, hey, if you're the one part of this. No, it would be like, this is my struggle, this is what I do. I could reach out to him, but I don't want to. I select him by myself, blah, blah, blah. I just let them be part of the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, just got a call from Matteo. He can't come to London, unfortunately. Matteo, if you see that, so sad. I really like working with him. I started to work with him, I think, 1.5 months ago. I'm his coach, and in less than 2 months, we almost doubled his turnover, and also acquired 2 companies, like at least a percentage of that, because that's the thing. Most of the time, if you run a business, you just build it around a service, and if you understand that what is outside of that, it's easy to pick that because it's low-hanging fruits to get from a service to an ownership of something. It's good.
Are we gonna see him in Switzerland then?
No, I don't think so.
Right now, my parents
So
sold the
look
house.
who's here. Our good friend Yusuf is here from Switzerland.
From Schweiz auf, bitte.
Yeah. It's good to see you, brother. And he flew in like on short notice.
Like what, a day? Yeah, a day.
Max, yeah.
I mean, you're like,
That was
oh,
pretty cool.
come.
Today we are here with the founder
Thank you, mate.
of Traccio. If you haven't heard about it, go and check it out.
You'll hear about it one day.
Not one day, like really
Soon. Very, very soon. Hopefully.
Very soon.
Hopefully.
Is there a landing page or something?
I'm getting the landing page like in a couple of days, actually.
Okay, so when you're gonna watch the video, there will be a landing page.
What kind of?
Basically, what I do is I have an agency where I partner with online creators and I help them launch their offers through like marketing, and then I also have a program where I teach people how to do it. And now I have a software that helps those creators track revenue, their revenue from marketing channel that it comes from. And that's like pretty much it. And then I make videos about that all the time as much as I can. I met Christian through students. So my student was running a program with a creator. He bought my course. And then he met him, camera on him. Nico, because Nico bought that program. Was it about like creative stuff? Community building?
Yeah, school.
Yeah, then he met him. And then Chris was like, oh, Nico, invite someone to Monaco who could be a good person to come. And then obviously out of everyone in the world, he had to think of me. So, and then we met in Monaco. I was pretty scared in the beginning because I was like, what's going to happen? Maybe I go to Monaco and I get no ticket. And I'm like, shit. So we went. Everything turned out to be great.
It was
Chris
great.
and I got to know each other, and he just avoided my handshake.
No, bro.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how I grew up my whole life anyways. So, being avoided. But, yeah, we met, and then I met Nico and everything. I met the rest of the team. Everyone was super chill, super nice.
We had a great time, Monaco.
We had a really good time. Honestly, for me, F1 was like something I like a lot. So it was kind of like very dreamy. And then, yeah, it was really fun. And then that's pretty much it. Then we got to each other more after. We had more calls.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't really want to call, but he kept calling me. So I was like, you know what, whatever. Like,
Always, 24/7. That's what I do,
was like,
you know.
all right, I have to pick up at some point.
Yeah.
But, and then now he's helping me consult on the software company. And, yeah, and then I talk to Nico sometimes, but.
I think most of the people, that's what I really believe, never sit down to actually plan what they want to do in the next 2 years. So it's easy to play FIFA because you know exactly what to do in the next 10, 20 minutes.
Alright, bro.
That's no, but seriously, I don't know a lot of people who sit there saying like, this is what I'm gonna do, and I do 100. I never saw someone not achieving his goals that they were 100% committed to.
Yeah.
And this is what you see. People today are successful sometimes, but they are just talented.
I got flamed this morning for my lack of
Yeah, because it's true.
I know, you're right.
People most of the time are talented.
Never
They don't
really
work hard. They don't work hard.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's why the entire conversations around success and if this is this and related to this, just fucking work. Just define the outcome and do the reps to get there. 100%. And this is how you outcompete everyone. I promise you, call all your entrepreneur friends. Ask them what is your 3 years goal. They will say something like, more turnover, new markets, AI. But no one's saying that this, and today I do this, and this. If I call my friend, the business jet guy, and I say, hey, what's your 2 years plan? He asks me for what business. And if I say, let's say the business aviation thing, he tells me exactly what he's going to hit this month or whenever on KPI. It's playing business what I do, I guess. It's not playing FIFA, I play business, you know? It's like you have numbers, you do actions. And if you don't achieve it, you make adjustments because this is why you are in life where you are like that. Get your information, act on it. It's really easy to be successful if you don't play FIFA. It was a great day so far. We met Barney. He is the founder of the Valora Club. And we had a great conversation about, just business, life, living the life of, I don't know, trying to accomplish everything at the same time. It's interesting to see how at the end of the day, everyone struggles almost the same struggle, kind of. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
And then,
issues which are awareness, clarity, and action.
yeah, I always say that it goes like in one clear cycle, and this is awareness, followed by clarity, followed by action. And then after that, we got back to the hotel, and me and Yusuf were sitting together. Fun fact, I always wanted to ride a motorcycle, but I decided not to do it because I'm to 100% certain that I would kill myself. Literally. I'm so convinced of that. And now we're going to a restaurant called
Cipriani.
Because we're going to meet Callum. Callum is part of the Simon Script team. So I'm quite excited to meet Callum today. And I just discovered, to be honest, that the features of the new AI models, and especially ChatGPT, like GPT-5, are insane. Insane. I just managed to take, I think, 2 gigabytes of transcription into one model in less than 40 minutes. It was super amazing. I'm pretty sure if I would have a faster laptop, it would have been even faster. But yeah, I'm thrilled, guys. It's the most exciting time to be alive. and yeah, that's it. I was able to connect myself to the world through software. Then I started to sell websites to football clubs and tennis clubs. That's how I made my first money. And I think it took really long. At one time I was 33, something like that. I was sick and I was lying in bed and I literally watched everything on YouTube. Literally everything, bro. And there was one video that was about autism and being gifted and high IQ and was supposed to be the next video. Most of these points fit to me. Now I think I'm stupid, I'm even more an idiot. You know, it was really hard for me to discover this topic. But then I went to, in Berlin there's a Charité, it's called, like it's a big hospital in Germany. Okay. And then I got, they analyze your mind, blah blah blah, so I discovered that I'm different than I thought I am. And then things changed a little bit, and I, at that point, decided by myself, if I can help people to stop think that they are stupid, this is what I want to do. This is why, for me, it's built for more. So you know that no one can tell you that you're stupid. Everything is like you decide who you are. And I felt like, no, this can't be real. And I was always afraid. It was not like I thought I betrayed people. It's like I really thought deep from my heart, I'm an idiot. And I just were lucky because I was successful. And I think that a lot of people out there, if you talk to them, they all have a perception about themselves, and to get from perception to perspective, that's actually really easy once you define your core values and the action to it. So therefore, if we make it at one point to a huge community where people think like, I would love to encourage people that think I'm an idiot, that they still try to do it.
It's powerful, man. I feel it. It's very authentic. I feel it. It's cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
So, and this is what I would like you to understand, because I learned it by myself. You see all the big names online, big influencers, personal brands, but none of them, almost none of them, did it by themselves. It's literally being surrounded by the right people. Most of the time, it's especially the young people that were really creative, who make it happen, like to fulfill a journey like that. And I'm happy to be surrounded by young people too, like Nico,
28,
like Jack, and like my hyperactive friend over there. Oh, there's my car. Bro, take care.
Take care. See you in a bit, man.
I see you.
That's at least how I operate. If you can live with it.
8 podcasts at a time, and we produce them and distribute them, and it's a mix of kind of like brands. So where the company founder is like the face of the brand, or they have like in-house experts that are like the face of the brand.
And you had great people on it. Like I saw a few of them. It was really. I'm really impressed by the setup. Like, I'm used to stuff like this, but it's different. If you walk in, it's just like you see. Hi, Chris.
Hi,
good
nice to meet you. I'm Michael.
Hi. So it's post-podcast. It was amazing actually, because I felt literally like they were so professional. It was not only the studio, but also the entire workflow was really top-notch. It was high quality. Like they knew what they were doing. From the moment when we got into the studio till the moment when we left. Amazing guys, like Callum is doing a fantastic job. His entire team's also doing a fantastic job, and it's inspiring. If you see other people grinding and working like on top level, it gives you so much insight to what you could do too. That I love doing that. And it was a good podcast, I guess.
Yeah, the end part made it for me. The fact that they took the time to do that was really, it was special.
I mean, that's why I love being prepared, because Nico told me what I should talk about before we actually went on the podcast. And I think I went through all of it.
They were also looking at my document that I gave them before the podcast. So I kind of helped them push towards the... It was really good. So and what I truly enjoyed is that I felt really authentic. There was not one piece of it where I thought like I'm making something up or trying to sound smart on a topic that's actually not really my topic or something. It was really like I felt 100% like me. I think it's just a different perspective on what success looks like, and that the biggest learnings or leverage in business is most of the time not a business move,
but more something that you change internally that gets you to the next level, you know? And I think there's knowledge inside of that. That's the cool thing about doing business, right? Right now we are on Rhodes, so in Greece, obviously. We made it to our mission to create a personal brand almost 1 year ago. And right now, this is the reason why we are here on a Friday, because tomorrow we're going to meet some young entrepreneurs, female founders, male founders, and they host an event. And we got invited to talk a little bit about our background, about my experience in business, but especially about the difference to, I would say, the offline world compared to the online world. Because 11 years of my time in business, I didn't spend online at all. So I think I have a lot to share. And to be honest, it's so cool to be connected to young founders. So therefore, I'm super excited. Today, we're going to have dinner with the group. I think it's a smaller group compared to what we see tomorrow because it's just a network thing, I guess, right? It's cool to meet the group before the event because you get an idea about the people, who's there. Like, to bump each other for the first time is good if it's not happening at the event day, because I love to be prepared in terms of who's there, what are their mission about, and also to try to understand how we can provide them the best knowledge tomorrow. But I think we are really good prepared, so therefore I'm excited. Welcome to Rhodes. Actually, this is the old town. We just got here. We left the hotel, got dropped here. This is the entry, and we are waiting for the rest of the group. They will arrive at 9, so in like 20 minutes. I'm super excited. It reminds me actually on Egypt. And this is the cool thing of doing business. You get and see places, right? But at the end of the day, it's also, you have to do the work first. Because a trip like that is also, costs money.
How you doing? You good?
Hi, yeah, good to see you.
Everybody says the best part of the journey is the grind and the struggles. But for you, is that the same with you? Like, what would you say the best part of your journey so far has been?
Everything. I love everything. I would do it immediately again. I love every piece of it. Yes, there were really hard times, like especially last 3 years. I think the universe tested me for like, at some point you get tested for if you're really the person you think you are. That's what I think everything. The down, the ups, and I went through really hard times. Like, this is the thing. I can tell you one thing. In the beginnings, you maybe have a bad hour or a bad day. If you get really big in business, you have a bad month or a bad quarter. The strength and the resilience to go through that is through the roof, bro. It's not a night that's bad or hard. It's like literally, you know the next 4 weeks are going to be tough because everything depends on it. And then you still have your private life where you have to show up because you can't sit at home like, oh, everything is so bad. And therefore, I love that I went, like, I became that person because my surrounding anticipates from that too, because I'm so resilient, bro. Whatever you have given to me, I can suffer, bro, because I went through it the last years, and I assume it gets even harder. And I like that, you know?
You're basically showing yourself that you are who you think you are by pushing through those things and still making things happen.
Yeah, there's no other option, bro.
Yeah.
What I realized tonight, and I think this is so common because it's also applicable for me back then, as I think when I was in the beginning of my journey doing business, people don't know what to do next. It's not, they are not lost, but they can't define the next move. And even though people argue that, for instance, 75 Hard is an online challenge, by the way, is so hardcore, but I disagree. I think it's very easy because you know exactly what to do. It's just, you just need willpower.
Yeah.
But to lock in for 100 days, to stay committed for at least 1 or 2 hours per day and define by yourself what you're going to work on that very day, this is the real struggle, right? And that's not about not drinking or shit like that. It's literally define an outcome for in 100 days, and that's also, whoa, listen to this, let me say that. This is the biggest learning for all of you out there. People always think it's about to accomplish the goal, but it's actually not. If you set a goal, it is to become the person you need to be to really attract a goal like that, okay? Yeah, so long story short, it's about becoming the person. It's not really about the goal itself. It's an identity development, you know? And I think this is what people need to understand. If you define a goal, it needs to be related to your identity and values, so it makes actual sense to get closer to it. Because the outcome itself is most of the time not as desirable as the version you become along the way. The thing that I like most is to realize that what's so normal for me, I can literally help just by sharing insights others to don't make the same mistakes or to give them relief to their struggle, right? So yes, I love evenings like that because they confirm that what we are doing is the right thing to do, that we focus on the right thing because it is an actual problem that people have. Of course, we live in a world where knowledge and information is easy accessible, but to apply it to your daily life is a struggle, especially over a longer period of time, right? It is so confusing sometimes what you need to do and what you need to do next. But I would argue that after 12 or 13 years in business, I got to a point where I truly, almost to 100% certainty, can tell you exactly what to do and what to do next over a longer period of time, let's say 100 days, if you at least know where you would like to go in terms of wealth, health, relationship, business. I don't care, but you need to have a vision in place, at least, okay? And you can always go backwards too. If you don't know what you want, think about what you don't want and go from there. And then it's just purely doing the reps, day after day, no days off.
Why should I use prompts? This is really good.
Yeah.
Get his dance.
I mean, I spent the entire night, no, not the entire night, but I was like, I knew you like it, brother.
What have you done?
So after the call yesterday, maybe you can show.
Yeah, he made. Will it focus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a super quick freebie about it's easy for us to give away in the speech for them to just kind of get connected more to him, and then we can easily tell them about the challenge later.
Biggest problem yesterday for them was not knowing what to do. They didn't know the action steps to take, but also they were confused about their values and everything else. So I literally put all of that into the easy accessible framework. I called it the 5 minutes clarity framework. And then I put it into a document and I thought, ooh, Nico's going to like that because somehow we need them to connect to us. So yeah, we are going to see some presentations. Excited about that. I think we finish, like we are the last one. Well, I am the last one doing the presentation. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool day. Let's see that we secure a spot over there.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to every single one of you that's come out to this trip. It's fantastic to see you all here. I guarantee each and every one of you, even just today, has potentially spoken to someone in here and maybe learned something new or learned something different, even if it's just about them or yourself. And I knew from the get-go I needed that, exactly that.
I'm happy to show you today my flaws and literally story of success, because most of the time I didn't know what I was doing. I was a full-time idiot, especially in my 20s, okay? So I have a lot of respect for you guys and what you do. And before we jump in, I think it's interesting because Justin, you said, stories can be told in an endless number of ways. What are the challenges he faces and what is the price to be paid? Now I ask you guys, think about yourself. What is your challenge right now? And what price are you willing to pay for to truly change? Wow, finally finished this part. So therefore, please applause to all of you guys. But who of you, I ask you, really ever in life sat down and thought about what do I really want to accomplish? And am I willing to put the work into it? None of you, including myself, actually really worked hard over a longer period of time. Every day. We work all very hard for a certain time, 100%. But for ourselves, probably not. Most of the time for our clients or someone else, right? But we don't put ourselves first, saying like, I do that for me, 100 days in, 30 days in, whatever. And if you do that, and life is about experience, I think you agree that the best moments in your life somehow were related to experience that you made along the way. You betray yourself of the experience of meeting yourself at the other end.
The man himself finished the talk.
Yes, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming. It was incredible, honestly. I was saying as well before, I can tell you're an operator, because he came up after everyone else had spoken, and you purposely listed everyone else's talk to put them above yourself, which I absolutely love. It's the little things I notice and I pick up on.
And to be honest, for me, it was the first time that I literally had the chance to be in Greece at an event like that, and I learned by myself a lot, because the people before me, they had to share, like all of them, really interesting stuff around what they do. So you were able to put together a really great group of people.
Thanks so much.
Again, we just talked online, I think, 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, we had one call.
He had enough courage and trust in me to do it, because Nico, my creative director, made that happen, that we at least could talk to each other. But at the end, I thank you to give me the chance to speak here. So,
bro, no, honestly, it was an absolute pleasure. It was an absolute pleasure. How have you found it in general? How have you found, chilling with the guys and stuff?
Great. It's always cool to be surrounded by ambitious people, and you can tell if someone is really dedicated to achieve something or to do something. That's a cool thing. I mean, you can tell, right? People, especially yesterday evening, we were having food for like almost 3 hours. It was late night, so to say, but again, I love to be surrounded by ambitious people, and also people who truly, especially when they are just honest about what they say, right? It's not showing off, it's no fake, it's like real people, it's like authenticity. And at the end of the day, I think it's a lot about you putting this in place and also keeping the energy up. And people don't realize how much work it is to do that in the background. So credit to him. And let me tell you one thing. I hereby say that he is really successful with what he is doing. Because even though you think it's not that big, or you maybe think business looks different, I was here and I saw it with my own eyes, and this is what success looks like. Because you literally created everything that we see right now.
Yeah, he's too nice. He's too nice.
So, it's after the speech. I'm speechless, because I really watch out, don't fall out. Yeah. I mean, you see the people here, they come together to literally share experiences, skills, knowledge, everything, right? So to contribute to a group like that is a task in itself. And today my job, and especially my expectation, was to leave something that they all can work with. Because that's the difficulty, if you think about it. I'm 12 years ahead in business, okay? So sometimes it's a problem to find the generic trait amongst all of them, that if I share an insight, helps them to an extent that they learn from my mistakes. Okay, so let's say for 1 hour I had the chance, a little bit more, to share my learnings about business. And I love to do it because it's the first time when it's not about selling something. It's not a sales pitch, I was on stage for so many times that I got so used to always try to sell something at the end, and this time that's not the truth. It's educating people about being a modern founder, like being new to business, or even if you're in business over years, it is a different world, and inside of you it is different compared to many other jobs out there on the surface of the earth, and there are not a lot of people talking about that. Most people online pretend it's super easy and you just need to do this and then you buy this and then you are happy. Go fuck yourself, this is no fucking true, And I don't say I don't like it, I love business, but it's hard, it's war here. Not every time, but to truly get to the next level means the old you has to die, right? It's part of you, especially from your identity, has to go, because otherwise you can't develop to the next level. And that's what I tried to do today. So the group was amazing. I learned a lot about it. It was the first time that we actually had female founders in it too. It was great because you learn also a lot about their life, and that gives me the proof that what we are doing is so right at the right time, in the right moment. Because, Jack, what do you think? I mean, you do the YouTube videos. What we are talking about is literally what they need right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
100%.
And it's not us trying to fake educate someone. No, we are just sharing insights based on our past. And here's the thing, hear me out. Yesterday night we were sitting together, okay? And I learned a lot about the struggle of the people. Most of them didn't know what to do next, even though they know what to do in total, but it was hard for them to break it down to the next step that they can take action on tomorrow. And I said, if you are able to do that over a longer period of time, let's say 4 weeks, you will get 3x, 4x of what you achieve right now because you just stick to it. And I learned that's difficult for people to do that because they don't know how to do it. They don't know anything about values, personal values, etc. So yesterday night I went to the hotel room and created actually something that makes it super easy to do that based on 3 prompts that you can use on your previous chats with ChatGPT. So make sure you check out the link in this description because we share that with you too. It's called the 5-minute clarity framework. It helps you to literally get an understanding about yourself and teaches you on how to go into action because it's always about awareness, clarity, or action. I promise, take every problem that you faced in life. One of those were missing. Maybe you didn't know what to do, maybe you didn't know what it meant to you, or maybe you didn't even know what was going on, right? So therefore, we try to make that more easy, accessible for you. And now it's time to go to dinner. We are back in Germany, and I can tell you guys, I love trips like this. This is why I started the personal brand in first place. This is why I started to talk to especially younger founders and people who are early in the process than I am, because I truly feel the impact that I can make on their lives just by sharing my story. Just by talking about what happened to me, it feels like it was worth it, because even though you're successful, sometimes you go through phases where you not doubt yourself, but you feel like, is this the right thing? Am I on the right path? And I'm hell yeah back on the track of feeling like I'm on the right path. And that leads me to the point that I know that I would like to make an impact on the world, especially for people who are ambitious and want to just get to the next level. And I realized that on this trip, this is what Modern Founders is about. To understand yourself, to understand how to unlock the true potential, not in the fancy way that most people sell you online. That's not what it is about. It is about to make it accessible for everyone, to understand why you were good in first place and make it easy to repeat your first success while being honest to yourself. Because on this trip, I learned again, people could be super successful and still they don't think they are successful. Isn't this crazy? They accomplished so much and still they feel like they didn't accomplish anything. I felt the same, but everything changed for me when I learned how to do it and how to make the right next step. And this is what I learned. This is my mission. Modern Founders, working with people who just put in the hard work to just get further ahead in life. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be surrounded by people like this. I can't wrap my head around that we made it to a point where we have so many people working with us, talking to us, and just sharing the same story and mission over and over again. And I'm truly thankful and blessed for everyone out there. See you soon.